Hi, I'm Kelly. I wanted to talk to you today about getting a provisional license and a job in the state of Virginia. Let me start by defining what is a provisional license. So, at least in the state of Virginia, a provisional license is basically a promise that in 3 years, you're going to go get the schooling that you need and you're going to go take the praxis and do all the things that you need to do. So first of all, I have to say that when I first started this process, I didn't know exactly how it worked. And I think in this case, not knowing how it works actually worked to my advantage. And I will tell you what I did. I'll tell you what you're supposed to do, and then I'll tell you what I did. And don't be afraid to think outside the box. There's a teacher shortage right now. Teachers quit in the middle of the year. There's a lot of long-term subs. You can easily get a job. Now, the first thing, this is geared towards people who already have a bachelor's degree in something else. If you do not have a bachelor's degree, then you need to go to school to get an education degree. So for those of you who want to switch careers into being a teacher and you already have a bachelor's degree, this is what you do. Okay, so first thing, go to the Virginia teaching website, Virginia Department of Education website. And here's all about how to get a license. I will leave the website in the description, and come over here and initial licensure. So you're supposed to create an account and log on and send in an application. I never did this and I still haven't done this. Call HR in your county or ask around if you know people who are teachers who work in education, and try to find out in your county in Virginia who's in charge of helping teachers get licensed. I did this. I had a principal tell me, and then another mom at my son's soccer team happened to just get a professional license. So she was able to tell me who to talk to and all about it. And then either call or email and set up an appointment with this person. Before you go and see this person, have your college transcripts. You can call or email, maybe give it a few days to a week to get these college transcripts, because he is going to go over all of, what you need to do, what classes you had, and maybe what you could teach. So maybe they'll say, oh, you have 5 English credits, you can be an English teacher. Or if you want to be an elementary teacher, you need this class and this class in addition to classes you need to take to become a teacher. So I personally have found as a career switcher, elementary not to be the best option, because since you have to know all the subjects, you have to have a certain number of credit in each subject. So there were classes I had to take on top of the classes I'll have to take to become a teacher, and I didn't want to do that. But number one, if you took a wide variety of classes, or if you really want to be an elementary teacher, you can do this. It's just going to take a little more work. As a career switcher, I find it easier to go into secondary, where you can really focus on a subject. And this is what you do, whatever your county is in. And to protect my identity, I'm not telling you what county I live in, but I brought up 3 different county websites, how you can search for a job. This is Stafford County Public Schools. And what I liked about this one was it's super organized. So this is current licensed vacancies. And here you have all the vacancies for elementary, all the vacancies for middle school, all the vacancies for high school, and specialists based at central office, which if you're trying to become a teacher, that one wouldn't be relevant. I was specifically looking for middle school, or I could look for high school. My first choice is to teach civics. So if you come over here and look, it just says social studies. It doesn't tell you what grade or what aspect of social studies. So then you find the school, you Google the school, and then when you get the school, you go to the website and you can easily find the principal's email and start emailing them and say, oh, I see that there's a social studies teacher vacancy. What grade is that for? I'd like to know more information. Here's the vacancy list for Fairfax County Public Schools. This one wasn't as organized. Here's just like a list of all of them, but you could come up here and do type, central, elementary, or secondary. So you could filter it that way. And then you could even, for this one, filter it by city within the county. So same thing, like biology teacher, high school, Madison High, Google Madison High, and find out who the principal is. Say, hey, I see there's a biology teacher position open. I'd like to know more information. I also brought up Albemarle Public Schools, and here's job listings. This one's not as organized either, but right here, you could go to school instructional and then just get the teaching positions. And same thing, Google the school, email the principal. So when I did this, the principals, I only did 2. They immediately got back to me and said, let's set up an interview. They didn't ask if I had a license. They didn't ask anything about me. That just shows how desperate they are for teachers and how easy it is for you to get a job. So I interviewed with 2 different schools. One of them said, when you have your licensure and everything done, get back to me. The other one was interested in hiring me like on the spot. And this was helpful. Always be professional. Always, always, always. Because years ago, I worked as a para. This was my first job in the public school. And honestly, it wasn't the easiest job in the world. Are any teaching positions easy, right? We know going into it that teaching is not the easiest thing, but we do it because we love the kids and we have a passion for being a teacher. So my job was to help students with math for their SOLs. And this was the last period of the day. So it was the kids that struggled with math. So usually if you struggle with a subject, it means you don't like it. So the very last hour of the day, they hated the subject and it was so hard. Yeah, it was a hard job. And there were several people that they hired to do different classes of this same job. And several of them flat out told the principal or the vice principal, who's actually the one that was in charge of hiring us, that they didn't like the job. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to be professional. I'm not going to tell them I don't like the job, because you never know when this will come back and you'll need this, which it was a great opportunity. So I truly meant that. And this vice principal happens to be the wife of the principal at this new school that wants to hire me. And she said wonderful things about me to him. So always be professional. You never know when you're going to need it. And maybe she liked me for other reasons, but yeah. So I got a letter offering me the job. What I have to do is I have to go and I have to do the praxis and I have to pass a background check. So this job is contingent on me passing the praxis and doing the background check. So if you're seeing this, I passed both, because I will not be making this video public unless and until I have done all of these steps, because I still have other jobs that I'm doing right now. And I don't want everybody to know I'm leaving until it's time. Actually, I did tell my private school already. That's another story. So another thing that I was supposed to do that didn't is I was supposed to go on these websites and I was supposed to apply. I didn't do that. I just emailed teachers and started going in for interviews. So when the one said to me, hey, I don't see your application anywhere on the HR website, I said, oh, let me go fill that out. So just FYI, you're supposed to do that in the beginning. So that's how green I was. And that also just shows they're ready and willing to hire you, that he didn't even look at my application when he asked me to come in for the interview. If you have any questions, let me know. I am documenting the process as I go along. So I'm sharing with you what I know, and I'm learning as I go as well. So if I can't answer you right away, I will find the information. And if I said anything that's wrong, or if you're watching this later, things could have changed, write that in the description and let me know. But good luck on your journey if you're also trying to become a teacher as a second career. And I look forward to sharing this journey with you and hearing about yours.